Minimum 10, brilliant. It's up to you. I want you to set those 5 goals. 5 minutes, that's all I'm giving you. Just a rough picture of the smart goal you want to set. Put it down, and we'll come back to you in 5 minutes. Jivan Jot, option 1, please. Or option 2. I'll see you. No problem. Turn on music. All sorted.
All sorted. Oh, that's the live stream. Okay. Okay. Background.
What did you say just now, Simon?
Hot mic.
No. Go to our social media. Stream.
Oh, it's being streamed.
No.
It's not being streamed. Okay. I created a goal 2024 goals recap.
Okay.
I'm going to put up all the 3 days.
Okay.
You just mentioned to them.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can put it on the restream right now. Still.
From here. Hello, everybody. We are just planning. You see, this is what happens behind the scene. So if you go live, then you get the full concert experience. But if you want the backstage
Behind the
experience,
scenes.
this is what you got. The
It's behind the
backstage
scenes.
experience.
Right.
You don't need to look. No, I don't know why I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the screen. It's a habit. Okay, it's a habit.
All right, hi everybody joining us live over here on our live streams. We are currently conducting our Goal Getters 2024, the Smart Way to Success session. Today is day 3, and I'll be hopping on to Zoom in a bit to share with people how is it that you can achieve your goals in 2024. If you want to join us and interact with us on the Zoom session, the link is
isummainmastery.com/2024 goals.
2024 goals. All right, that is how you'll be able to join us on the live on Zoom right now to be able to interact together with us. Okay.
Whenever you're ready, I've got control of the thing. If you need to put up a screen, just share your. So you join in with Zoom now. Okay. So yeah, sometimes sometimes things.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
stop. I think that's why I say set goals. Everything goes back up. Back up. And I'm calling you out constantly. You're gonna die. You're gonna regret telling me. I'm one of these appas like, hey, faster.
Let's set up the restream here. You log into the restream.
I think I have it.
Then the day of restream, you stream through it.
No, we stream. Open stream. No, but that day we stream, I just click restream. It is restream.
Yeah.
This one stops it.
Let's see. If I share with you what happened.
So what happened is, you better do yours.
Yeah. Just
I'll figure out the reason. Don't worry. While you
just
continue.
just log in, you'll be able to duplicate the past one, and then you can start streaming.
When you're ready, after you do, I can watch. When you're ready, I unmute you.
Let me just log in to Zoom right now. Okay.
Don't stop believing.
Your speaker is on, is it?
No. It's on. I'm listening to you.
Okay. Then I'll put speakers on my.
Yep, you put your speakers.
Okay.
Oh, cannot. I have to put on my speakers because the audio is coming from mine. Or else you're gonna be.
Okay.
Hey, but can I? Let me figure it out. We'll figure it out in a bit.
Okay.
If worst comes to worst, it's headphones.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Just go.
Okay, and hello everybody. Good to see you in 2024. Am I muted? All right. Okay. Hello everybody, and it's great to see all of you joining us live right now. Hello Tyra. Hello Dr. Lisa. Hello Spirit. Hello John Koff. Hello Shiner. Hello Karen Allen. Hello Lucy, Johan, Narciso, and to all of you who are joining us on our live streams right now. It's great to see all of you. Okay, how has everybody's first week of 2024 been? Share within the chat. I see a couple of thumbs up. Great to see. All right, and then if you're joining us on live stream, do comment in the comment section as well. We would love to see how is your 2024 so far. Right, we are just over the first week in. Karen saying can't complain. All right, so I guess that's better than nothing, I suppose. Right. All right. So what I'd like to share with you in this session, right, is how is it that you can really achieve your goals sustainably, right? Because we are just right at the beginning of the year. Everybody is hyped up. Everybody is motivated, right? And then some of you are already having fun in the first week. Some of you are already flying. Some of you can't complain. But regardless of where you're at. At the beginning of the year is where we build up our momentum, our motivation. But the question is, how do you sustain that momentum and motivation? How many of you agree that once the new year hype, once all of the goal setting has been done, then 1 month down the road, 2 months down the road, 3 months down the road, as life happens, our motivation starts tagging? How many of you agree? Raise your hands if you do. Right. So what I like to share with you is, how is it that you can sustain that motivation? How is it that every single day you can wake up motivated, and then sometimes you feel unmotivated, but you still decide to wake up anyway and just get things done, right? To put it kindly and family friendly. Yeah, so we just got to get things done. Right, and then as Tyra shares, get you two awesome accountability partners, and one of the great things within our Groove Asia community is we've got leaders like Tyra who is helping us keep ourselves accountable. Right, that she hosts a weekly Power Hour session. If you haven't hopped onto Tyra's Power Hour session, hop onto it. It's a great way to be able to connect with our community, to be able to just commit an hour. Okay, with most of our to-do list, how many of you have a to-do list? Type in 1 into the chat if you have a to-do list. Okay, I think most of us have a to-do list, right? But the question is, when it comes to your to-do list, does it just keep growing longer and longer and longer, or does it actually shorten along the way? I love to hear. Does it get longer and longer, or does it shorten as your days go by? Do share in the chat. Does your to-do list grow longer or shorter? Tyra shares, I cross things off and add more. All right, excellent. And then who else? Who else? How's your process when it comes to your to-do list? Karen sharing, I've been better in finishing tasks by the end of day. Good, great. It's good to acknowledge, our own personal wins and improvements along the way as well. So when it comes to really achieving our goals, we have to dig deep within ourselves. Okay, because most most of the time, the challenge that we have is not that we don't know what we want to achieve. It's not that we don't know how to achieve it, but it's getting ourselves to actually go and do it and actually achieve it. Take the necessary steps and actions, right? And it all comes down to this. Our awareness. How are we going through our lives? Okay, how are we going through our lives? I came across a great quote, I think it was last month or a couple of months ago, where they say that with whatever results that we achieve in our lives or in our businesses, okay, is a reflection of the systems and processes we have in place. We will never, ever, ever be able to exceed our systems and process, right? Our systems and processes that we run in our lives, in our businesses, okay? Or at least we cannot sustainably achieve, the great results that we want if we do not have the right systems and processes in place. How many of you agree with that? Type in agree in the chat if you agree with that. Because yes, one off time, you may get lucky and then you get a spike, but at the end of the day, that's what we call the in trading terms we call it the moving average. What is our average results throughout the week, throughout the months, throughout the years that we have? That average results, okay, is a reflection of the systems and processes that we have in our lives, and most of the time we are just sleepwalking through life, going through life day after day after day, doing the same things and expecting different results, right? And as we know, as the saying goes, that is, as Lucy shares, it's like being zombies, right? And then if we expect different results but we do the same things, that's the definition of insanity, right? That's just crazy. That's crazy, right? So what I want to share with you is a system and process to start raising your own personal level of awareness of what is the systems and processes that's running in the background of your life, that's driving your day-to-day decisions. So I came across this framework of flow, or at least part of it, from an educator called T. Harv Eker. Okay, and he calls this the process of manifestation. Now, his model is calls it the TFAR model. Okay, the TFAR model, where your thoughts, your everyday thoughts, how is it that you think, leads to your feelings, okay, and then it leads to your actions, and eventually it leads to your results. Okay. Your everyday thoughts. Okay. How is it that you view a situation? When you listen to the news, when you read the headline, what thoughts are implanted into your brain, into your mind? Okay. How does those thoughts make you feel about it? And eventually, how do you act out of those feelings to produce you the results that you have? Okay. So this is the basic framework of what Harv calls the process of manifestation. Okay, but what I like to do is I would like to go deeper into this. Right? How many of you want to go deeper? Type in deeper into the chat if you'd like to go deeper. But if we actually go deeper into this, right? Beyond your thoughts, feelings, actions, and results, if we want to be more specific, is given the thoughts and feelings that you have, what do you decide to do? Okay, or not to do? Because even if we tell ourselves, oh, I have no control over my thoughts or my feelings, but we always have the power to decide in our lives. Right? We all have the power to decide in our lives. Okay? And most of us, during the beginning of the year, as we're setting our goals, we are hyped up. We have all of the positive feelings. Right. But the problem is, why is it that we don't get our results? Most of the time, it's because we have not really truly decided. Right. Or even more importantly, we haven't really committed to taking action. We just say it. Okay, we just say it, but we don't do it. Okay, we just say it, but we don't do it because we haven't decided and we haven't committed to it. And here's the thing when it comes to goal setting. I heard this from Huberman Lab. He's a podcaster, PhD. He was sharing that actually when it comes to goal setting, it's kind of counter intuitive, right? Where it's important to set goals, but the moment you share and talk about your goals, mentally it gives you that sense of achievement, that feeling of achievement, right? And that feeling of achievement, that dopamine hit, dopamine meaning that's the chemical within our brains, our neurochemistry, it gives us that positive feeling where it's as if we have already achieved it. Okay. And the problem is people get addicted to that dopamine hit. Right? We make goals, we set goals, we tell people about it, right? And then mentally it registers to in our mind, hey, I've already achieved it, so I don't need to do anything about it. Okay, so that puts us in the comfort zone. It puts us in a feel good zone. It's like, yeah, this year I'm gonna hit $1 million, and then you know what? I'm gonna stand on stage in front of tens of thousands of people. It's like, oh, I can imagine it already. Yeah, right. And then you know what? People stay in that la la land, in that dreamland. They just keep dreaming, imagining, right? And I strongly feel that people get stuck in visualization mode, right? That's the feel good part. That's the easy part. But what's more important is being able to take action, hunker down and take action. So that comes down to awareness again about our processes, right? How many of you actually journal your thoughts and your processes or reflect upon it? Type in reflect into the chat if you have, type in 0 if you don't reflect upon it. When was the last time that you actually took time to yourselves to actually reflect and think about the way you think, or why do you think the way you think? Okay, I do see Shana sharing reflect, Tyra saying reflect, right, and Shina sharing a neurocognition, right, and John Koff sharing reflect not consistently, should be more consistent. Okay, and one of the things I see also Karen sharing reflect but don't journal. Lucy saying reflect, then make intent and set goals. Wow, that is powerful. Okay, being able to reflect upon it and then intentionally setting your goals, right? And then if you go a step further, right, is figuring out, okay, what do I need to shift within my thoughts and my processes? Okay, and one of the words that I would love to highlight, with John Koff sharing, reflect not consistently, and the word that he used is should. Okay, should be more consistent, right? How many of us know that we should eat healthier? We should, exercise more. We should take the time to reflect and meditate, for example, right? We have a lot of shoulds in our lives. Right? The power comes when we turn our shoulds into musts. I must eat healthily. Okay? I must meditate. I must take the time to reflect. I must commit, to making this year the best year so far. I must commit to taking action, the necessary actions, day by day, to achieve the results that I want. And this is one of the first steps of awareness. Understanding the language that is running within your mind, your thoughts, right? And then, as Lucy shares, do, did, done, right? Do, did, done. Go through life doing, right? And then you've done it, you've achieved it. Okay? And one of the things is that this is why self-reflection is so important. Start noticing, and your journaling, it also helps because when you write it down, you can actually look at your thoughts from a third person's perspective. You can look at it more objectively. You can see, I'm noticing that my language is either more positive today or negative today, or maybe I'm neutral. I'm at peace. Whatever it is, right? And then the beauty with our world today is we have AI. Okay? For those of us who actively journal, and write our thoughts, be it in a Google Doc or in a Word doc, we can actually upload it into ChatGPT or AI to say, hey, act. For example, you say act as a life coach or act as a psychologist. Analyze my journals and give me feedback on how I can improve my mental health and well-being, for example. Okay, and then they will be able to generate the feedback for you. Okay, so because one of the biggest challenges that we have is we are limited in time. Our time, our energy, and our resources. Okay. Most of the time, we don't do what we must do because of one of these reasons, right? And of course, that's not discounting the fact that sometimes our reasons are just excuses. If we are honest with ourselves, right? Sometimes our reasons, or even most of the time, our reasons, are just our excuses. Okay, but excuses aside, okay, we have to face the reality that we have to be constantly working within an environment of time, energy, and resources, right? And then the resources can be in money, in terms of access, opportunities, or whatsoever. Now, when it comes to self-reflection and raising our level of awareness, how many of you recognize that it takes time? Yes, it takes time. It also takes energy from us, right? And then it also takes up our resources because it's also an opportunity cost, right? Every single moment that I'm investing in reflecting upon my thoughts, I'm also giving up something else, right? I'm not cleaning the house. I'm not getting my finances sorted. I don't have this and that. Right? So in the world of AI right now, it helps us resolve these three key areas, right? Or significantly helps us save our time, energy, and resources when it comes to self-reflection. And essentially, it's like having a second brain and more to help us reflect upon ourselves. Because what we want to do with AI is to help us raise our levels of awareness. And when it comes to thoughts, we have a pie chart of our level of awareness. A small portion of our awareness is in what we know. Okay, is what we know. It's like today I know I'm on Zoom. Today I know that I chose to be on Zoom because I want to make my life better in 2024, for example. Okay. And then a portion of this is what we know that we don't know. Like, for example, I know that I don't know about rocket science. I know that I don't know about the intricacies of human biology in the deepest sense. Okay, for example, that's what I know that I don't know. But the biggest part of our awareness is we don't know what we don't know. And this is usually what trips us up. What are the subconscious processes, right? What are the subconscious processes or thoughts that we are unaware of that is driving our daily actions, our daily decisions to achieve the results that we are currently having, right? We don't know what we don't know. That's why we have all of these different trainings for you to help you, start expanding what you know that you don't know, and then eventually know what you know. Okay, to actually embody within it, so that you can go through life just being you, embracing you. And I believe that if we tap into our higher beings, right, into our higher knowing, that's where the magic happens. That's where the magic happens. Right? And it's not just about taking action and just doing, right? Because if you tap into your inner knowing, then you start embracing your being, right? Your higher consciousness, your higher level of awareness that will guide you through life, to help you attain your highest potential and your destiny within life. Okay? And it's all about raising our awareness. So with the pie chart that you saw, this covers our thoughts side of things, right? Reflection will be able to help uncover the things that we know, the things that we don't know, and the curiosity to start understanding what we don't know, what we don't know that we don't know, right? Because once you fix this, then it can start influencing the other areas in your lives. Okay, when it comes to feelings, most people shut down their feelings. Right? I remember that when I started going deep into personal development, right? And into business, I became very, 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 very logical, right? It's like I only focus on my thoughts, all of my processes, right? And then I totally neglected or set aside my feelings, right? It's like I didn't care. I want to solve this in a logical manner, right? But what happened was that because I was ignoring my feelings or not acknowledging my feelings, it's like be it the frustration or the feeling of being stuck, right? I couldn't resolve and integrate within myself, right? The necessary lessons that will help set me free in the areas that I needed to learn from. I think this is especially true when it comes to men. I think men in general we tend to be very very logical, right? Or the masculine tends to be very logical, whereas the feminine is very much in tune with their emotions. Okay, so what helped me reconnect with my feelings is acknowledging that feelings are not bad. Okay, it's not bad. Feelings are a signal to us. Feelings are a signal to us of an underlying truth, underlying process in which we run our lives. So whenever I feel frustrated, like for example, it's like if I'm arguing with my girlfriend, we have arguments, we have disagreements, and then we are getting really really worked up. One of the things I notice is that there is this tightness or resistance within myself that essentially says there's something wrong, right? It's like with all of this talk, right? Even though we've broken it down logically, there's something that's not resolved at a deeper layer, right? And then what I found is that I have to push through that resistance, keep having those tough conversations, keep embracing the truth, right? And honesty in order to get to the true core issue, right? That is making you feel stuck, that's making you feel frustrated, right? And then when you embrace that truth, okay, even if it's not towards your partner or significant other, start with yourself. Start being truthful to yourself. Okay. Your thoughts are private. Okay. Your thoughts are just with you. Don't worry about what's right or what's wrong, what's politically correct, what's acceptable or not. Just be true to you at the very least within your thoughts and your reflection. And when you embrace the truth, right, you write line by line. Okay, these are my thoughts. You don't filter it. One of the things I like to do is I like to do a brain dump, right? Or you just tap into the flow of consciousness. You just write every single thing out until you have nothing to write anymore. And then you go back and look at your thoughts and you realize, hey, you know, this is what's running my life right now. Okay? And this is a significant part where we need to embrace that we are not our thoughts. Okay, I want everyone to say it, to yourselves. I am not my thoughts. Okay, I decide on my thoughts. I decide on my thoughts. I am the person in charge of my life. Okay, and then when you start embracing that, that is how you take control of your life. That is how you start taking control of your destiny. Because when you dig into the truth that you are not your thoughts, right? And all of these thoughts are merely suggestions or programming that has been programmed into you because of your parents, your or whatever authority figure, the media, then you realize, hey, I'm in control. I am the director of my life. Yes, scenarios will change, right? But the question is, given whatever scenarios, how do I respond to the situation versus react to the situation? Okay. Most of the time, we feel that we are not in control is because we are constantly in reaction mode. Oh, something happens within our business. Oh, we don't have enough cash. Oh, it's like there's a power outage or failure. We are constantly in reaction mode. We are reacting to the situation at hand, right? Rather than responding to it, rather than seeing, okay, this is what it is. Why are we in this situation? Well, of course, first you address the situation, right? But after that, it's like, why did we end up with this situation in the first place? Okay, especially if you're getting problems repeating itself over and over and over again in your life or in your business, it is a signal to you that you have to improve your systems and processes. Okay, so instead of constantly reacting to something going wrong, right, respond to it accordingly. Fix the situation, right, and then fix the systems and processes, right, that will stop it from recurring or at least reduce the likelihood of it happening. Okay. I see Spirit sharing reaction mode to the consequences of our old thoughts and thinking. Yeah, exactly, right? We have a lot of old programming, junk programming that may have once served us, okay, but may not necessarily serve us right now. Especially for those of us who have gone through traumatic experiences, right? We automatically, our brain goes into survival mode. Okay, it installs all the survival mechanism and processes to say, okay, protect yourself. And we see this in people when it comes to relationships. They get hurt in a relationship. They build up walls around their hearts. They are not open to people. They don't trust people. Okay? Because the pain was just so strong that they had to protect themselves during that time. Okay? But what they forget or what they're unaware of is that this is just temporary. Okay? A temporary solution that's not meant to contribute to us to thrive in the long run, right? If we are constantly living on survival modes and patterns, that's where we'll be stuck in. Okay, if you look at the Maslow's hierarchy of human needs, right at the bottom, right at the base, is survival, right? Yeah. So yes, for people who are struggling, who may not be as fortunate as us, to have a roof over our heads, have internet connection, have this opportunity to connect with each other, yes, they have to work on that survival mode, right? But once you have that sorted, then you have to transcend. You have to go beyond it. Find new thought patterns, new processes, new systems that will help you self-actualize and hit the top of the pyramid, right? For you to be able to achieve your highest potential in your life so far. I see also Karen saying, be true to ourselves, right? We have to be true to ourselves. We cannot operate effectively in our lives if at the very least, if we are not honest to ourselves. Right? In psychology, there's a term where usually when we talk about interacting with other people, other partners, right? There's a term called gaslighting, right? It's like that's when a partner or significant other just constantly tells you lies about a situation. They're constantly lying to you. They say, "Oh, no, it's fine. This situation is fine. You're exaggerating it, right?" And then it creates a false reality. But that false reality is not sustainable. Okay, that false reality is not sustainable. Eventually, if you keep operating in that gaslit reality, the illusion will pop. The illusion will pop. Okay, so that comes back to ourselves as well. We could be living our lives, going through the patterns of blaming others. I am where I'm at because of this person. It's not me. It's what this person did to me. Right? Could be because they justify this situation, right? Oh, this situation is the way it is, because it has nothing to do with me, right? This scenario, that scenario. Blaming, justifying, right? And giving whatever excuses. Okay? And excuses. And as Tyra says, when you blame others for your choices, you are giving some of your power away, if not all of your power away. Because it's so much more easier and comfortable to think, oh, my life is the way it is because of this person. This person decided for me. This person installed this mindset into me. Yeah, it's everyone else's fault. Right? You don't take responsibility for your own life, right? And then you go through life being bitter and not being able to embrace who you can truly be, right? When you choose to get rid of blaming, justifying, and giving all the excuses, you clear the fog, you clear the illusion within your lives, and then you start recognizing how powerful you truly are. And I believe every single one of us listening right now, okay, we are all powerful beings. We are called upon, this earth, right, in this very short moment in time in human history, right, in the universe's history of billions and billions of years, to do something great. Because as Carl Sagan shares, he's an as astrologer, cosmologist, right? He says that the very things that makes the stars in the universe, right? If you go down to its fundamental matter, those very foundations build us as well. So essentially, we are made of stardust. We are the universe experiencing itself. We are the universe experiencing itself. So we have this short window of opportunity to experience life, okay, in this billions and billions of years of history of the universe, to experience ourselves, to experience the gifts that lies within each other. Let's embrace it. Let's take control of our power. Let's take back our power and say, yes, we can. Yes, I will achieve because I can. Because I'm part of the universe. I am the universe. Because I will integrate the different parts of me. I will embrace the different parts of me, light or dark. Okay. Because it is me. I'm merely staring and looking at the reflection of myself, the different parts of me, right? If I'm feeling anger from someone else or a situation, the question that I have to myself is, what am I really angry about? What part of myself have I yet to embrace and accept within my life? What part of myself am I seeing in this person, this situation, that I am judging so harshly to bring upon this anger? Right? What am I not understanding? What's lying behind this person's action, this person's character? Right? That is holding myself back from being compassionate, from being loving, from being able to embrace the humanity that is within each other, that is essentially within myself. Those are the questions that I ask. Right? And those are the questions that you can ask too. Right? So whenever you feel angry and frustrated at other people or even at yourself, take a moment, just take a deep breath. And now, sometimes it takes more than one breath. Take a deep breath in and out. Take your time, pace yourself, slow down. Okay? In the speed of the world and change that we go through today, it's very easy to think that, I need to constantly be thinking, doing. But when in actual fact, we need to take time to slow down, reflect, breathe, recollect ourselves, so that instead of being in a constant state of reaction, we are in a state of responding. Okay? Just responding to situations. Okay. So, with that, you are empowered with the tools to make 2024 great. Right? And again, in the world that we are living today, where there is a constant battle for our time, energy, and resources, leverage off AI. Okay? Start using AI as your companion to help you reflect and think, to point out the things that you may not be aware of. Okay? And for those of you who are interested to learn more about AI and be AI ready in 2024, I have a training coming up. I have a series of trainings coming up on AI fundamentals beyond ChatGPT. You can join me at isummitmastery.com/AI fundamentals-training. The link is in the chat. And for those on the live stream, I'll be sharing it in the comments section as well. So with that, start taking time to reflect. Join me at the AI session. Tyra sharing AI, my artificial BFF. I believe that's what you're saying, unless BBF represents something else. All right. Again, the URL is isummitmastery.com/ facebook.com/AI fundamentals-training. The team will be sharing it in the chat right now. Okay. So do we have any questions before we end today's session? Like, I see Shiner saying thank you, and thank you, Shiner, for joining us in this session, right? And thank all of you for joining us over here. Are we getting the link in?
I'm getting the link in.
Okay, let me just get it over here to make it easy for everybody. AI Fundamentals Training. Here you go. The link is in the chat right now. Thank you very much, everybody. The link is in the chat. All right. Thanks for sharing, Shiner, as well. And then I look forward to seeing you in the next training and amazing 2024 year ahead. Right. I wish you a blessed year. Thank you very much. You are an amazing community, and you are an amazing, powerful being. Okay. Embrace that, and I shall see you in the next training. Goodbye for now. I'm just going to share the link.
Sorry.
To the group. No problem. Okay, I'm typing into the chat right now for those of us on the live stream. What? For what? Okay, the link is in the chat right now. So see you at AI Fundamentals Training. Goodbye for now.